Hello YouTube and welcome back. Today I've got Uniqlo stretch Selvedge denim slim fit jeans, and I'd like to share it with you. So what I like about this particular pair, that actually Uniqlo does alteration, which is great, and you can specify when you go to check out your order, you can specify the length you want. In my particular case, I've done 31 inch, and they do the chain stitch. There's a few options. Be careful when you actually do the order. So there's a just cut off. They simply just cutting off the jeans and you have to do it yourself. There's practically no alteration, and there's a chain stitch, which is the way you're supposed to be doing. So this is all the premium, vintage jeans. They do in the chain stitch, and I really like this feature. So this is, let's open it up. So this is a slip it comes with. So that's the length I specified, the inseam 31. Which is, it's great because if you do, for those of you who familiar with like raw denim, normally you would like to do like professionally done stitching. If you use this service, sort of outsourcing, somewhere else, you have to pay probably close to $25 plus shipping. It's gonna cost you probably $35-40 at least, because it's hard to find it locally. So, but this is pretty nice feature, and they did a good job right here. So it's chain stitch like it's supposed to be. I really like this. Is a nice feature. Well, let's talk about this jeans particularly. A few weeks ago, I've done a review of regular Selvedge denim regular fit by Uniqlo, and I think the size I ordered was 35, and it didn't fit me well because it was a little too baggy and too large, and I still have them. So it's a great denim, but it's a totally different denim though. It's also by Kaihara, and this is I think about 13.5 ounces. So if you didn't see it, I'm gonna put the link on the bottom of description, and you're welcome to watch this review of these regular ones. And I probably will do comparison side by side later in different posts. So I decided to try slim fit stretch denim, even though I'm not a big fan of stretch denim, but the only pair I have, which is kind of a comparable, is Levi 513, and I really like them. They're pretty nice. They 98% cotton, 8% elastane, which is the same exactly. What is this? This is a 98% cotton and 2% elastane. So let's talk about denim first. See, this is kind of it has a color, just a raw denim, kind of a grayish tone. So it's pretty decent. You can see the pretty decent quality. You can see some kind of a crisp white color weft through, but not, it's, I wouldn't compare it with a premium, let's say, the 100% cotton. It's a little different. It's a little darker. So I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna show it to you on the camera. So, but it's pretty nice. The color option is, it's number 69. It says 69 navy. So that's the one I picked. But it's pretty much like a, to me, it's like it has a raw, like a dry quality, so which I actually I like. So let's talk the weight. They do not specify, on the website which exactly weight. It's by Kaihara, and I would say it's pretty light denim. It's about 12.5, maybe 12.75 ounces. It's great for summer. So like I said, it's a little stretchable. I really like it. It's a good density, it's pretty even though. It doesn't have, any kind of a vertical, like E-cut effects, which I like, but it's, like I said, this is only $50. The price was $49 $19. It's pretty much $50 denim, which is pretty nice for Selvedge denim. And so let's open up. So the rise was something I was concerned, but we'll get to it. The first I would want to say about this, the fit. It says on the website it's a slim fit. I would have to kind of add to it. So it's actually, to me, it's more like a slim tapered, because, you know, we're gonna measure it, because down on the bottom they a little too narrow for being sort of like just a slim straight. It's not really straight. It's kind of like, keep in mind, it's more like a tapered cut, and we'll get to this. So let's get to the details. It has a little more, you know, I would say, compared to the regular ones, you know, the ones that are, you know, just the regular 100% cotton, they had no rivets and the button just completely like a blank. So this one has a little more details. It's got the traditional, like a dark copper, kind of like a platinum color rivets. So, which is nice. It has like little details, like a stamped Uniqlo, a logo stamp. Same with the button, as you can see, kind of a nice also stamped Uniqlo logo. And with the zipper is same kind of a dark platinum copper and YKK stamped zipper, which is normally pretty decent quality. I like all the details, except what I noticed, the yoke. You see this yoke, which is actually separate like this parts. It doesn't have a chain stitch. It's a regular, which is kind of a, I don't know, they chipped it out. It's just regular stitch, single stitch here. So in the middle, this one, you know, in the center stitch, it goes like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like in any premium jeans, let's say like this Levi, you always have, this always supposed to be like a chain premium stitch. Unfortunately, this one does not. I don't know why. So, but again, this is something to keep in mind. Nice coin pocket. It's fairly small, but it's a nice touch because it has this red ID edge, you know, the self edge, which is nice. Yeah, this is the red ID self edge. I forgot to mention this right here. So yeah, it's pretty nicely done. I think it's, you know, it's nothing outstanding. The back pockets, there's no any lining, but they're nice traditional, you know, 5-corner. There's no rivets here. It's just kind of a horizontal, like a bar tucks. The stitching all the way through, I would say this is kind of like a brown, light brown. It's not yellow, not orange. Light brown polycotton stitching. So, like I said, the back pockets don't have any lining inside, but it's okay. It's the 5, you know, belt loops. So, which is kind of a pretty much traditional. What's interesting, actually, the middle belt loop shorter than the other ones. This one only 2.5, and this one almost, you know, 2.75. It's funny because this actually belt looks shorter than the other ones. So yeah, there's nothing to complain about. Let's do to the fit. Let's talk about the fit. So I want to measure it first, because let's measure it and do the waist. So it's 34. I've got, you know, I forgot to mention, I've got it in 34 inches waist, and when I purchased it, it was like 32 inseam, and I requested to do alterations to 31 inseam. Usually I like 31 inseam because I don't want to do the double cuff. I just simply want just a single cuff in. So it's right now it's a 34-31. So, and like I said, in the label it states 34-32 but again, I did the alterations for $5. I love it. I love this option because if you go to some smaller shops like Brave Star or Tellison or Gustin Jeans, you have to pay close to $15, sometimes $25 for these alterations. So this one, $5, it's great. So let's do the waist. Let's measure it. Okay, it's close to 18 inches. Yeah, I would say this is 18 inches. You have to line it up, the back rise with the front. So yeah, 18 inches, it's a perfect. So like I said, if you want really, really tight, you might go size down because you can stretch them. So they're pretty forgiving. So the front rise, let's do the front rise. Okay, this would be pretty much just below 11, which is actually pretty nice. I do like this. I would say this is 10 and 3/4, like between 10 3/4 and 11, which is pretty nice because actually on Uniqlo website it says 10 inches, and I was worried about this. It's like 10 1/4. This is actually more than it's on Uniqlo chart. Let's do the thigh, and it's 12 1/4. And let's measure the knee, across the knee, 13 down, and would be 9 1/2, which is nice, and down at the hem. And that's where I've been telling you that it's not, it's 7 inches. So it's very much tapered shape. It's if you're talking about, let's say, not regular, slim fit, like a straight, it would be more like a 7 1/2 at the bottom. So because usually, if you compare it to my Levi's 513, that's about like 8 1/2 inches and 7 1/2 down at the bottom. So this one a little slimmer at the bottom. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna put them on and you will see how they fit, like a quick fit video, so which I always do. So what else I did not cover? I think I like them. I actually probably gonna keep, not probably, I have to keep them because I've done alterations. There's no return in my case, but I don't mind. Like I said, it's fairly cheap. It's a $50 plus $5 for alterations. It's $55 total plus tax. So it's not a bad deal. I expected this denim be a little thicker. So let's do, by the way, so I forgot to mention, there is something else here. The pockets lining, it's a 60, I think it's like 65% polyester, it says, and about like 35 cotton. It's fairly flimsy, not so bad. And there is also stamped here, the fabricated, the denim by Kaihara, Uniqlo jean. So this is, traditionally it's been done by Kaihara, most of it. By the way, the regular ones, there is no mention of Kaihara. I'm not sure if it's done by Kaihara, but this one has a stamp, and this particular model they've been running since 2014, I believe. I'm gonna put a link on the description, so it's actually a link from Kaihara, how they produced it, and technology, which is kind of very interesting. So I think it's a great summer jean, and like I said, I will put them on. They fit great. I would say they slightly, it would be, I think when I put them on already, so it's slightly wider here in the thighs than I expected. But again, even though it's a summerized, they might shrink a little bit. So I don't expect much of a shrinkage, but they will. And thank you so much for watching. And so please comment, if you have any questions, specific questions. I think I've done all the measurements, and hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure that it's a 31. I did not measure inseam. Yeah, it's 31 inches, which is great. So please do, if you have any questions or specific about specifics of this denim. And I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did enjoy it, please push the thumb up button and subscribe. Thank you so much again. Okay, before I go, I would like to remind this is again the denim made by Kaihara. It's a Japanese denim, and the jeans actually made in Thailand. I don't know if I mentioned this. So there's a label right here inside, you know, fabric in Thailand. And again, this is size 34, 32. I altered, requested alteration to 31. And it's a 98% cotton and 2% elastane. Like I mentioned, this is stretch denim.